Yo, what's up? This that guy Rell, the host of the 313 Live Show, Detroit's Royce Podcast Show. We thank you for tuning in to us over here on podcast, but now you need to go over and check us out on our YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is the 313 Live Show. Make sure you go over, like the videos, comment on the videos, and most importantly of all, subscribe and tell a friend.
Detroit City on the run and we ain't never gonna stop. The 313 Live Show, they got this thing going on. They got Rell, Danni, J.Street, the what they do. What you want, game and give you the latest news. So tune in, you want it, we got it. We ready for you. We ready. What up, dog? What up, dog? Oh my God, 313 Live. Oh my God, 313 Live. 3 Live. Oh my God, 313 Live. Oh my God, 313 Live. 3 Live. Oh my God, 313 Live. 3 Live. Oh my God, 313 Live. 3 Live. Oh my God, 313 Live. Oh my God, 313 Live.
What's up, podcast? How you guys doing? This is that guy Rell, the host of the 313 Live Show, and I'm gonna do another solo going on. I had to do this solo, a special solo show. You know what I'm saying? We are behind one episode, and this episode right here is going to make up for that one episode that we are behind. Because remember, September 27th, we were supposed to, September 26th, we were supposed to do the show. But my daughter had went into labor, water had broke, went into labor, and my granddaughter was born later on that night, 12 midnight at 12:18. So we didn't get that show done. So this show right here is going to make up for that one show that we missed, and I guarantee you guys, you're going to love what we have in store for you. You know what I'm saying? I did an interview with the Outlawz manager. He's the former manager of the Outlawz. Yes, Edie, Anan, and Noble. So, you know, he's going to sit back. He's going to tell us some, stuff that went on over in Germany that was not so good, not so kosher, and, the situation that didn't play out so well, and, how they got to beefing, and, it was not really beef. It's just, the situation went sour. So people, I guarantee you're going to love this show. You're going to sit back, you're going to listen to how, man, it's just so much full of surprises that's going to be in this one interview. You know what I'm saying? As far as someone saying fuck thug life, someone having animosity towards Tupac allegedly. It's a lot of shit. And this is one of those interviews you don't want to skip through, because if you skip through it, you're going to miss something. So all you fans of Tupac and all you fans of the Outlawz, you guys really need to listen to this and, and hear it from the mouth of someone who really sat down and worked with these people and, dealt with them. So, before we get off into that, let me thank DCC Used Auto Sales once again. They got me rolling in that beautiful Cadillac. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you very much, guys. And if you are in the Detroit area, Detroit, wherever you may be, and you are looking for a new vehicle, or not new vehicle, but a used vehicle, there's damn good cars. All you got to do is email me at the313liveshow@gmail.com. Once again, the313liveshow@gmail.com. What happens here is when you email me, subject it car, and we're gonna get you $500 knocked off of a select few vehicles that they have. We're gonna get you $500 knocked off, and you're gonna be able to put down only $699. You heard me right, $699. So email me, because I have to set you up, get you set up with an appointment, so you can go in and do what you do. And I guarantee you people, hey, I'm riding good. They're going to get you riding good. DCC Used Auto Sales people. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back. And we're going to go off into the interview.
Hey everyone, it's your homegirl Danni Ave. And if you can't get enough of me on the 313 Live Show, then I suggest you come over to Something to Brag About podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and SoundCloud. Just keyword search STBA. You can also find us on social media, IG and Facebook at Something to Brag About podcast. please come and check us out. We'd love to have you. Yep, that's right. Because if you like me over here, you're going to love me over there. Thank you and good night.
So what's up, podcast? We back. Now, just over the weekend, I told you guys I posted a video. It was last week, and it was titled Idi Amin, Lie After Lie. And as I told you, it got the attention of some big people over in Germany. And, you know, they hit me up, and, you know, this guy hit me up, and, you know, we chopped it up. And I said, you know, normally I don't do nothing, you know, without some proof and evidence. And this brother sent over all the evidence and the proof that I needed. So, you know, couldn't nobody lie and say, well, it ain't true, because actual addresses, names, everything is there. Ladies and gentlemen, tell my brother, tell our podcast audience who you are and what it is that you do.
My name is Joe Anan from Uptown Entertainment Europe, formerly Uptown Entertainment Europe. We have since closed our doors as of last year officially as a artist management company here in Europe. We are stationed in Bremen, Germany.
Okay.
Since 2009. No, I'm sorry, since 2008.
2008. Okay, let's get straight to the shit, because I like to go straight in. I don't like to leave.
Let's get it.
I don't like to, you know, have my audience on a wild goose chase. Like, we got to hear this shit first, hear that shit first. Let's go straight to it. How did you
Let's do it.
How did you run across the fucking Outlawz? Well, should we just call them Edie and Noble? How did you run across these cats?
Okay. You know, I'm not even going to use the N-word for that dude, okay? Because the N-word for him is something, when we say the N-word for Rufus.
Yes.
Okay? You could call me Joe Noble.
Okay.
I'm Noble, all right? I'm the Noble guy, okay? We're going to call him Rufus.
Rufus Cooper.
Okay? Rufus. Mm-hmm. Rufus Lee Cooper. We're going to call him Rufus.
Okay.
So I ran across them through my wife, also my business partner with Uptown Europe, and also my business partner in our bar, and also in our restaurant, Joe's Fried Chicken, here in Germany. And we were looking for groups to deal with. We wanted to say Class C artists that maybe haven't gotten enough rotation. At the time, we had already been dealing with J.Street, getting him a tour here in Germany and Europe, and we were also in the talks with TQ at the time. So J.Street mentioned he was doing something with Rufus and TQ. So it was called Bad Enough, I think. So Melanie says, well, you know, Joe, let's see what we can do with the Outlawz. I said, the Outlawz? Man, I don't know. So Melanie ran with it. It was her project to see if they were interested, and she reached out to Rufus at that time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That was in late 2008. She reached out, or was it 2009? Okay, it was early 2009 then.
Okay. So was it okay when you wanted to reach out to them? Okay, was it to revive them, bring them back to life, or were they still already living over there overseas?
Well, from what I understood, we hadn't heard anything about them at that time. It took a lot of research. Again, remember, this is 2009, and come to find out, they had been in Germany in 2006, mm-hmm. Where they screwed over some artists. I mean, some promoter, but they also featured on a song for upcoming artists, Echo Fresh, and the name of that song was a hit in Sweden in the German language, mainly because of the hook. Ich bin ein Outlaw, and that was with Echo Fresh, featuring the Outlawz, which was Edie at the time, Stormy Coleman, Rufus, and was it Castro? I think it was Castro too. You can find it on YouTube. Okay. Ich bin ein Outlaw. They to revive them basically because nobody knew anything about them for, I don't know, people thought they were dead. So to revive them. They had been here in 3 years, and they did like 2 gigs. Mm-hmm. Coming over from Australia, where they did like 2 or 3 gigs over there as well, which it was a bust over there in 2006 as well.
Wow, straight bust. Okay, now let's cut it. Okay, let's get to it. So when you first interact with Rufus, okay, now did you interact with Edie and Rufus, or you interacted with Rufus? Rufus did everything.
Never interacted with Edie over the phone. And you have to remember, this is into January actually, when we were finishing up with Shade, getting the tour dates put together, which it never happened because Shade canceled it. We actually had 26 dates set up for him. It never happened because Shade, he told us that his girlfriend was having a child, and he had to be there. And he was sorry, he had to cancel everything. I think Shade was a straight up dude, him and Noon, real cool dudes. I only, again, from end of January till they showed up here at the end of May, I was only speaking to Rufus. Rufus signed the management contract of the Outlawz. On behalf of the Outlawz, he signed for the entire group. And at that time, who was on the contract, the management contract, not promoting contract, not booking contract, management contract, was Rufus, Edie, Castro, and Stormy Coleman.
Right. Okay. So now, okay.
Castro never showed up for he never showed up for the tour though, because even though we had been promoting it at the last minute, Rufus said that Castro was on papers. So he couldn't travel on papers, meaning that
probation.
Well, I was going to say either he was on probation or he also mentioned something about child support. Okay. I didn't dig into it. I just had to roll with it because, again, we were already committed at that point.
Right. Okay, now let me ask you a question. So to get the Outlawz, was it like to pay him like $50,000, $60,000 a gig? What is their worth over there in Germany right now, or back then? What was the worth of the Outlawz?
Then, oh God, I'm gonna tell you, we could not get anybody to book them in Germany.
What?
For any price.
No price.
I have a document here too that I wanted to get translated into. Okay, we can have it translated for you by tomorrow or the next day, whenever you need it, brother, because I'm about providing you with as much information, legal information, traceable information, i.e. Email correspondence, financial transactions, etc., contractual correspondence. I'm able to provide you with everything.
ASAP.
Legal and legit.
ASAP.
Okay, ASAP.
Yes, sir.
ASAP. So we could not get them booked for any amount of money. Wow. Literally, we had clubs that had Drew Hill here. You remember Shy?
Shy.
The group from Howard University, you know, If I Ever Fall in Love Again.
Shy.
Those, it was just 2 of those guys, Darnell and Garfield, and they were touring Europe, all over Europe, just the 2 of them.
Getting paid.
And they were getting paid like $7,000 a gig. The Outlawz couldn't get. They said they can come in for free and we'll give them drinks. That's what they told us. So we had to, on behalf of following Rufus's demands, okay, this demands of this prima donna playback music bitch. On behalf of him, we had to rent locations and sell tickets, pre-sale tickets at 4 different locations in Germany.
Right.
Because nobody outside of Germany would book them unless they were already booked in Germany.
Okay.
So we did Hanover, Frankfurt, Stuttgart, and Berlin.
Okay.
They only went to 2 of those locations.
Wow. And this is, okay, the fuckery. This is the fuckery begins. Okay, now when you get here, okay, you get Edie, you get Stormy Coleman, and you get Rufus. We used to call him Rufus. You get these guys, okay?
Because I'm noble. Okay, I'm the noble guy.
Okay, you're the noble guy.
You're the noble guy.
Yes, sir.
Every other dude on this planet is the noble guy, but his name is Rufus.
Or what Tupac called him,
Okay.
marble mouth or pebble mouth motherfucker. Yeah.
Marble mouth, pebble mouth, motherfucker.
Okay. So
He's lucky he left up out of here without being wired mouth, motherfucker.
okay. We're not
That's
gonna
what he
we're not gonna get into the gangster shit. I love the gangster shit.
Now, I ain't no gangster.
Nah,
I ain't no gangster. I pay taxes.
Yeah, but hey,
I ain't no gangster.
Yeah, you're right. But you know that gangster shit is wiring
I'm a
in
soldier.
his jaw. Oh yeah, salute, brother.
I'm a soldier.
Salute to you.
Okay, I'm a veteran. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm an honorable discharged war veteran. I
Okay.
will wire his jaw and cable his legs up.
Ow. Now let's get on Edie.
He can run around like Ting Ting.
Let's get on
Now,
Edie.
now you told me I could say what I feel. You
Yes,
told me that.
yes, you
Don't
can.
be editing me now.
I'm not gonna edit that.
Okay,
I'm gonna
don't
leave that
edit me
in.
out.
I'm gonna leave that in.
Okay, because he'll be running around like Ting Ting, fucking around with me next time I see him.
Yikes.
Pump.
Let's talk about Edie. What?
Calling somebody some old white motherfucker. I got this old white motherfucker. That dude like 5 years younger than me.
Yeah, he called you old white guy. Oh yeah, he
An
did.
old white guy, man. I'll make him eat Play-Doh with his fucking Tom looking face.
Yeah,
Maybe one of those goddamn. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, let's get on Edie. Now, what is Edie's demeanor? What was his demeanor while he was there? I mean, like, what was he like? Was he the quiet motherfucker?
I have to say that Edie was very laid back or subdued.
Okay.
I have to say that. So sometimes it seemed like, okay, he was laid back. Other times it seemed like he was just subdued. You know, I would try to have a conversation with this dude, and Rufus would just pop up, man, like the Jump Out Squad, and interrupt our fucking conversation every time, man.
Like he didn't want him to reveal
when he
certain
was on
shit. Like as he didn't want him to
Right. Well, other than that one time he was on that dust at that hotel in Stuttgart.
Wow. So Edie was doing dust.
No, your boy.
Oh.
Your boy Rufus.
Rufus was doing the dust. Okay, fuck him. Okay, let's get back. Okay, now you were talking about you was telling me about a conversation. You was talking with Edie, and you want to know what happened that night. And Edie, what was the conversation? Go ahead.
Well, that's one of those things, man. That's just one of these things because again, I'm not a groupie. I'm a fan of Tupac's music. I'm a fan of just his entire movement, what he was actually trying to do as far as bringing poor communities together. He was trying to bring the disenfranchised together to have a solid representation, so people that are less fortunate or doesn't have that money can have representation.
Right.
You know, one way or the other, and that was part of the thug life movement that Tupac, Muframe, and Mutulu Shakur came to write about. And then came the outlaw movement. You know, once he got out of prison, it's the outlaw movement. You know, so again, I'm not a Tupac historian. However, I am a fan of his music. Now, when I can't pass up the opportunity to ask Idi Amin, hey man, you was a dude in the backseat, the back of the car behind Tupac and Suge Knight. So yeah, I'm gonna ask him. I got the opportunity. Why not? Well, he didn't want to really be forthcoming at the beginning. Then he got up on that blunt, a little bit of that Henny, and he's ready to start, loosening up. And I think that he was feeling a little more comfortable. And next thing you know, like I said, Rufus popped up in the room like the Jump Out Squad. What was all this going on up in here? We ain't getting serious. Man, shut the fuck up, stuttering ass motherfucker.
So he shut the conversation down in so many words.
Yeah, every time, man. And you can see that in other videos.
Wow.
He would shut that conversation down with anybody and everybody.
I saw it.
He would just let him do it.
Yeah,
that's why I say I thought that he was like subdued, like he was on fucking Ritalin or something.
Or is it that you may think that Rufus have something on Edie, and Edie just go with it? You know.
I mean, look, I'm a grown ass man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and no man is going to interrupt me while I'm talking.
Right.
Okay, unless I feel like I got to mind my place when this guy's talking.
Right.
Okay, so I'm a grown motherfucker. I talk when I want, who I want, and
And
say
how you
what the
want.
fuck I want to say.
Mhm.
Right, exactly. And again, unless it's my daddy standing there correcting me and interrupting me, I'm not gonna say nothing to my dad. If he wants to say something, interrupt me, talk over me, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. And that's the way Edie act. You can see that through everything. He shuts the fuck down when Rufus started talking.
Wow. Now, okay, tell us about the incident. You was telling me about the incident when you guys was doing a show, and the little young white boy who had every Tupac tattoo, every tattoo that Tupac had, this young white boy had that same tattoo, them same tattoos all over his body, and he wanted to take a picture. You brought him back there to meet the Outlawz to take a picture, and what happened with that?
Yeah, he actually came to the front. This was in Stuttgart. This is the first gig of the tour, of the Tupac Still Breathing tour.
Okay.
Tupac Still Breathing tour. It was Tupac and the Outlawz. Now, my wife, she said, no, we got to take that and out because they were using that for years, Tupac and the Outlawz.
Right.
So she took that and out of there. And they was like, well, we still got to keep it going like this. Then we still got to have Tupac in this and still breathe. We're going to keep it that way because people like it and they recognize it. So we left it that way. But anyway, moving on. Dude came to my wife and somehow she got a hold of me in that venue. And I came to him. The dude was like, he's like showing me all these tattoos. I'm like, damn. All right, man. He said, I'm a big fan. He said, I'm from Berlin. I said, well, we're supposed to be in Berlin tomorrow. He said, yeah, but I wanted to see him first. As soon as they came to the country, it's always my dream. So I took him to the backstage. Rufus and Edie and Stormy were back there, and James Wade, the video dude that they forced us to bring along. They were back there with these ugly-ass African chicks, man. They were the butt ugly, damn ugly.
Right.
Anyway, I said to Rufus, this dude's a big fan, like you take a picture with him. And behind me is this huge mirror backstage. So I'm using this dude's little phone, not phone, it was a Nikon, tiny little camera. And just as I'm going to take a picture, someone turns on the light. And so now Rufus could see behind me, there's a mirror. The dude had lifted up his shirt and it says Thug Life across his stomach. I'm telling you, got every tattoo on his body in the exact same place as Tupac. Front and back, arms, everything. And just as I'm ready to click the picture, Rufus says, oh, hell no, man. What the fuck is this shit? Nah, man. This ain't no Thug Life, man. We the fucking Outlawz, man. Go ahead with that bullshit. Man, he crushed that young man's world.
So, literally, basically,
crushed his world.
So basically, he said "fuck Thug Life" without even saying it.
No, he said it.
Oh!
He said "fuck that."
Oh no, he said
"fuck Thug Life." We the Outlawz. He said it. There was no sign for misinterpretation here, sir.
Okay, no. See,
I was young man's world.
See, I just wanted to, because a lot of the. You got some overseas motherfuckers that suck these boys' dicks still real tough, right? So when I said that in a YouTube video, somebody said, "Nah, man, I don't believe that. They didn't say fuck Thug Life. No, I don't believe that shit, right?"
Yes, he did. Yes, sir, he did. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I ain't got no reason to lie about this shit. All right, I got only my word country, and a lot of people here in this country know me. Here in Bremen, y'all can ask anybody in Bremen about Joe, and they're going to tell you I'm legit. I do everything on front. Everything's on point. He said, fuck Thug Life. He crushed that young man's world. He was 18 years old. Tears came running down this boy's eyes. And I already put a message out right now on the internet trying to find this kid. All right?
Wow.
So he could tell you himself. All right? So he could tell you himself how, and this is that shit I'm talking about and why your YouTube video really got to me, because everybody that they fuck over like that, every fan they fuck over is destroying the legacy of Tupac Shakur. Okay.
No, hold on. Let me say this. Let me say this, and I want. Okay. Now listen to me, you dumb motherfuckers who listens to my show and sucking the Outlawz dick and talking about no, the Outlawz wouldn't do that. Oh, the Outlawz have the right to do this. They have the right to milk Tupac's name. Oh, they were on them songs. Shut the fuck up. These guys are fucking ruining the Tupac Shakur legacy, and you young dumb groupie motherfuckers who have no motherfucking loyalty, no dignity, and no morals, that shit is cool with you guys. Go ahead, Joe. Finish, man. Go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, and I agree with you. Somebody need to put a fucking lasso on these dudes, man. Reel they motherfucking asses in, right? So they can. I guarantee you, there's been a dramatic drop since 2009 till today. All right, let's say before the Tupac movie came out, which was a bust as well. I mean, that was. I mean, fucking Ghostbusters did better than that damn movie, man.
Yes.
It was a fucking, but that shit was worse than a Lifetime story movie on TV. Okay, it was worse than that. All right, some fucking Oprah Winfrey could have did better than that in directing that film.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. They need to be under control, because I'm going to tell you, from 2009 to 2017, before that movie came out, I guarantee you Tupac sales have dropped dramatically. Why? Because those guys are going all over the place. They making, just like with us, you know, I think Rufus had in mind, look, let them go ahead and rent these venues. We don't live there. We ain't got to show up. Well, where do you think that the flight money come from? Where do you think the money I sent this dude through Western Union came from? I ain't no groupie motherfucker, man, to be sitting up here throwing money at you. You got to work for your money. He didn't work for his money. All right? And then when to turn around, and I got proof, he went on the internet and canceled 2 of the damn shows, which people had already bought tickets. Now, mind you, 4 locations, only 110 tickets were sold in advance.
Wow.
And I'm talking about from January to the end of May.
You said 100,000? You said 100,000 or 100?
No, 110.
Wow.
110.
110.
In 4 locations. Come on, man.
Wow.
In Stuttgart, guess what happened? I'm going to tell you what happened in Stuttgart.
Tell us, brother.
So we're in Stuttgart, man. It's like 60, 70 people in there. Why? At the last minute, who shows up in Stuttgart? You can think of any rap group, duo, who shows up in Stuttgart. The last minute just pops in and says, we're going to party in this club. Yin Yang Twins.
The Yin Yang Twins. Okay, let's run it. Tell us the story.
They just popped up.
Tell us the story,
they
brother.
said, we're going to party in this club. And this 700 people venue, the Zapata, Z-A-P-A-T-A, yeah, we only got 70-some people in this place. Not even
70. Yikes.
Because of the motherfucker, it was nothing else planned that night in the entire city. We checked, and that's why we used that date, so that nothing else would interrupt. We thought we were crossing our T's and dotting our I's.
Right.
And then the Yin Yang Twins just said, hey, you know what? We got a free day. Let's party in Stuttgart.
Now let's talk about the Stormy situation. Tell us about the situation. Now, Stormy Coleman was with the Outlawz a very short minute, and he was a great rapper. I listened to some of his lyrics, and the boy could flow. And to me, he was better than those other 2 guys. And
Well, I have to. I'm gonna say something real quick. I really like Edie's flow. I gotta tell you that I like Edie's flow. But if you want to compare, there's no comparison with Rufus with either one of those 2 guys. He can't compare to Edie or Stormy Coleman. But between Stormy and Edie, I gotta go with Stormy every time. That dude can rap.
Yes, he can.
He got flow. He got flow. He got lyrics. He can pick it up. He can slow it down. The dude is very talented, man. I wish him all the luck.
Most definitely, because, I tell everybody, Rufus is an outlaw by default. That's all that is. He's an outlaw by default. Tell us about the situation about Rufus his alleged
thank you.
his alleged substance abuse problem that it got Stormy caught up in a situation and jammed up over there. Talk to the audience.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring you back to Stuttgart. The very first of all, when I picked the brother up from the Outlawz up from the airport in Hamburg, first thing this dude asked me is, where the weed at? No hi, bye, hey man, thanks for doing everything. No, nothing. Nah, I'm a grown man, I can handle that. Okay, first thing he asked for is, where the weed at? So for the next motherfucker 6.5 hours, we driving down to Stuttgart. They got the whole damn bus, the van. I think it was a 10-passenger van. We had the Vito or Mercedes Vito, I think it is, driving down the highway. So anyway, we up in Stuttgart. You got 1 million people down there. You know, it's called the Fußgängerzone, which is it's a pedestrian area only where there's nothing but retail and food. No cars. Yeah, 1,000,001 people down there. And nobody's recognizing these characters, right? And then this one dude comes up, I think he was either Moroccan or Lebanese. And he comes to me, you know, I guess because of my skin complexion and the way I was dressed, he was racially profiling me, man. So anyway, he comes up to me, he's like, are those the Outlawz? You know, he's asking me in German. And I'm telling him, yeah, you know, that's Outlawz. He said, you know, my brother's a fan, my younger brother, so I was wondering if I could take a picture. Because here in Germany, you can't just take pictures of people without their permission.
Right.
Okay? It ain't like in America where you got people running around with cameras taking pictures of everybody. No, you got to ask permission.
Right.
So anyway, reason why we even walking around downtown is because Rufus got this bumpy-ass neck of hair, right? So I got to buy this dude some clippers to cut his bumpy ass neck from all these hair bumps he got all over his neck, nasty ass self. So, I go to Rufus and I said, look, man, this dude would like to take a picture, if that's okay. What? All right. Look, Joe. Look, tell him if he can give me like 60 grams, man. I said, what? He said, yeah, man, you know, motherfucker want to take a picture, man. Motherfucker, you know, come with it. I said, I was like, damn, it's like that? You want motherfucker give you 60 grams of weed to take a picture.
Right.
Now, the dude was like, yeah, maybe 17, 19 years old. So I tell the dude, and dude was like, all right. He was surprised that he was like, all right. He said, so can we party with him? I said, I guess so, man. This is the hotel we staying at, which was a beautiful hotel. Fuck what Rufus says. It was a beautiful place. And I was, dude said, can we party with him? I was like, all right. So he said he's going to bring some bitches, whatever.
Right.
And so they up in the hotel room. I spot the dude downstairs so he wouldn't give us no troubles. Spot him with a couple hundred. Let these dudes do what they do. And I'm in the hallway, right? And I see the dude coming back in. This is like 2 hours later, 2-3 hours later. And I said, you leaving or you coming? He said, Noble, he like you said, I don't know how you say it in English. He said he like to get wet. I said, wet? That's what the fuck are you talking about, wet? All right. And I said, show me what you're talking about, man. So he brings out his pocket. He bring out a couple of vials of crack.
Whoa.
I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, man, this is crazy, man. This is like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, all right, man, go ahead and do your thing, man. So he goes to Rufus's room. I go into the room where Stormy and Edie at, and James Wade, he's not in there. I don't know where he's at the time. The white dude that does the videos, really good music video dude too, by the way. I'm in there talking to him, boom, boom, boom. Everybody's feeling good, and I said, so what's up, Stormy? Stormy here by the balcony. He said, man, shit, I'm cool, man. I just give me my weed, little Henny, man. I'm good, man. I don't need all that. So that told me right there that they knew what was going on with Rufus.
Right.
So anyway, we talk in a couple of minutes, so about 15, 20, I'll say 20 minutes later, I said, man, you know what? I need to go check on this dude, man. Because I got peoples that be on this shit, and I don't want this dude, zoning out on me, man.
Right.
So I go into his room because the door's still cracked. Open the door. This dude is stuck on the floor between the dresser and the bathroom on the floor.
What is he doing?
Cradled up. He cradled up like a baby.
Whoa.
Out his motherfucking mind.
Nah, we know if Tupac was here, that shit would not be flying and that would not be going, and he would not be a part of the Outlawz and would not be repping the Outlawz name. It's fucked up.
Well, all I can tell you is what I saw. You hit that shit, you cradled up, all right? You went to the motherfucking zone, you were calling Scotty, telling him to beam your ass up. That's what the fuck happened.
Now, what was Edie doing while all this was going on?
Oh, Edie was in the other room chilling. See, that's the thing. Edie and Stormy had to share a room, and Rufus had a room to himself.
So,
general.
So, yeah, he's the general. He's the general. He's the shot caller, the boss man, standing behind, cook it clean type nigga. That's what he do, right? Wow.
Right.
Okay, so let's fast forward on up about the incident where Stormy Stormy goes to jail. Let's talk about that.
Okay, so that's what we're leading at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because Stormy got caught with a Class A.
Mm-hmm.
All right, leaving Copenhagen, going into Sweden.
Okay.
Now here's the thing. I have it from a good source that they already found the shit in Stormy's shit and luggage.
Mm-hmm.
In Copenhagen.
Right.
But they didn't want to fucking deal with it. They let Sweden handle it.
Right.
And how did that come about? This came about, this dude, Moses Malone. Yes, his name is Moses Malone. Not the basketball player, but the African dude from Uganda.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also a singer, promoter, dude. He's a master of trades.
Right.
So anyway, he get them at the Bounce Club, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it was the Young Jock thing that I hooked up. But I think it was still the Bounce Club. But anyway, the performance contract says that the purchaser of the entertainment is for the day before, the day of, and the day after, as far as hotel and per diem meals are concerned, and transportation to and from the airport, train station, and venue.
Right.
Okay. He held these dudes down, this dude Moses Malone, he held these dudes down for 6 days.
Wow.
6 days he held them down, treated them like kings. He paid for hotel room for 6 days at a 5-star hotel.
Mm-hmm.
He paid for prostitutes for all 3 of them.
Yikes.
All right. He paid for 100 grams of weed every day for 6 days.
Damn.
He paid for clothes. He paid for clothes too. He even had a driver sit out front of that hotel room with a limo 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to Sweden. A chick called Moses from the hotel and said, the Outlawz just left. I was calling them and they just left. Copenhagen is kind of small, especially entertainment. When it's come to entertainment, everybody knows everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That does the local entertainment scene.
Right.
So she calls Moses up and she tells him, hey, they just left. I tried to stop them. They just left. So Moses calls Rufus on the cell phone. He got him a burner while he was there in case he needed anything.
Right.
So Rufus answers the phone and Rufus like, man, what the fuck you want? This is what Moses tells me. He says, what the fuck do you want? He's like, where are you going? You left 2,000 euro on the phone bill, 2,000 euro on the wet bar in your room. You know, you got to pay this stuff. He said, man, look, just for keeping us waiting all the damn time, man. You know, this some real nigga shit, man. Click up. He hangs up. So Moses calls me from Copenhagen.
Wow.
He's screaming in the phone. The dude going ballistic. He says to me, real nigga shit? You want real nigga shit? I showed him real nigga shit. He's going to fuck off, and he's telling me what's going on. And long story short, the police, the airport police, because, you know, Denmark is a monarchy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this ain't a democracy, capitalism. They ain't got a president.
Right.
You know, they got a king and queen over there. So they stop him. They stop them. They check they shit, and they tell him, no, you ain't going nowhere until this bill is paid. You can't leave this country without paying your bill.
Right.
So they have to stay again overnight. The wives from the Outlawz have to pay this bill via credit card over the phone and fax. Meanwhile, the security done called me and asked me to pay the bill because I'm the management.
Right.
But Noble done put on blast on the internet that I'm no longer the management.
Right. But now he's calling the management.
I even got TMZ call me. TMZ even called me.
Wow.
I didn't give a statement. I said, no, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You know, you got the wrong number. Left it alone. So, like I said, you're the first person actually for us to give all this information to, all these documents, etc. You're the first person since 2009.
Yes.
So the next morning they fly out, and again, I believe that the Denmark people already knew what was going on. They already searched their bags. They didn't say anything. When they landed in Sweden, they pulled Stormy to the side and took his bag, and it had a Class A cocaine drug in it. And Stormy didn't do cocaine. Stormy, he smoked his weed, and he liked his Henny, and the dude could rap his ass off. Right. He was cool as a motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you, my opinion, suspicion is that Noble put that shit. Now he could be Noble. He put that shit in Coleman's bag, and Stormy knew that shit. But he didn't want to snitch. He didn't want to say anything. He went down like a soldier, I guess.
Right.
You know, because Rufus the general.
Right.
So the soldiers are got to fall for the general. But he didn't go back to the Outlawz when he got out of prison. I think he was over there for like 6 or 9 months.
Wow. That's fucked up. So I saw the thing where Rufus went on the air online, released a statement and said that, well, it was racial profiling, and they pulled him out of line, and they was racially profiling him, and it was a mix up, it was a mistake, and hopefully, I'm praying, we're praying for his family and hope that all is well.
Did he actually say mistake?
Yes, he did.
And just like all psychopath, crooked ass dudes, there's a little bit of truth in everything they say.
Right.
A pathological liar, there's a little bit of truth in everything he said. There's a mix-up.
Yes, sir.
All right? He said there's a mix-up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the mix-up was his bag, his shit, and Stormy's shit.
Right.
Okay? There was no racial profiling. Man, they don't do that overseas. No. I'm going to tell you, over here in Europe, they don't do that. Okay?
Right.
They don't say, because you black, something's wrong with you, or you're a thief, you're a criminal. They don't do that here. When people talk about me and I'm light-skinned or my brother Tyrus over here who's dark-skinned, they don't say the black American, the white American. They just say the American Joe and use my last name, or the American Tyrus and use his last name if there's more than one.
Right.
Okay, that they know. They don't say our color. We're just Americans.
Wow.
Okay, so that racial profiling is just some other humbug bullshit that he be coming up with.
Okay. Now let's get down to the money issue. How much?
Let's talk about that.
How much money did you pay Rufus to get them over there and pay them out of pocket? How much money was paid to those guys, and how much did you lose?
Oh my God, I still haven't come up with a real figure how much we lost, but let's get to some real easy numbers.
Okay.
Okay, you already got documents that Western Union documents. Okay, those are financial transactions that are traceable because they got transaction numbers on them.
Right.
Now, which is the FBI looks at that as evidence. Okay, so it's not some bullshit you can just rip out your ass and say, "Oh, this is what I got." No, it's real. 2,000 euros off the top.
Okay, now
goes to Rufus.
Okay, now how much would that be in American dollars?
Well, I don't know. That was 2009. You got to remember how much the dollar was worth or not worth back in 2009. So I can't recall that. You have to go online and search that, but it was a lot of money.
Right.
Yeah, the dollar was significantly lower at the time for sure. Now, let's look at 2,000 goes to him in cash.
Right.
All right. Now, not even including 2 hours before they got on the flight, another $750 goes to him.
Right.
Euro, sorry, that's right. Euro goes to him because he says, because he told us, he called me at like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, my time, and he was like, "Joe, I ain't getting on the plane unless you send me some more money." And I was like, "What?" And again, we already committed. We done signed agreements with these 4 other locations. We done signed agreements with Italy. One of them was Gangsta Lou, who was Coolio's nephew, and the sponsor for that was Frederica Fendi from the Fendi clothing line. And we had to take care of the hotels and travel costs for all these different locations. We talk about Slovenia had paid their money. We talk about Copenhagen had paid their money.
Right.
So, you know, they paid deposits, you know, so that's only like a portion of the money. But we were only getting between 2,400, right, for the full price. So you talk about 1750 or less, okay?
Euros.
In deposits. Euros in deposits. So, right, and these are monies to buy the plane tickets, which was 3,000 euro. Rufus, 3,100 euro. Rufus already got 2,000 euro. We only booked 4 gigs for them, and the last gig was only 1,400.
Right.
And we had to do transportation from Hamburg to Stuttgart, and from Stuttgart to Berlin, and hotel. You know. But here's the thing: we never recouped any money because we set up music videos and features. That's what James Wade was for the music video part. James Wade was doing the music video production in Copenhagen, Hamburg, Berlin, Slovenia, and Italy. 2 of them in Italy, and 1 in Sweden. And we never got paid for any of it. A dude, 4 months before Tupac was murdered, in California, this dude trademarked Thug Life. Okay, now let's fast forward from 94 all the way to 2009. Another Persian guy buys the trademark from the dude in California, from the other Persian dude in California. Now, we made a deal with him because they just came off the market with it. And so it wasn't being sold yet. Like that, we got a sponsorship deal for the Outlawz to wear their shit, you know, and for them to do partial sponsorship of the tour.
Right.
And again, we never received any of that money. The Outlawz got all of that. They got all the money from we didn't make it down. We were supposed to get 30% according to our contract, but we never got a dime. And we're also talking about monies that we paid out of pocket. Which our video, I got the contract here. I wanted to send you that. Unfortunately, our lawyer has the actual financials for that. But you tell me, sir, how many companies were doing live streaming of concerts in 2009?
None here that I know of. And that's
yeah. Well, we did it here for them in Berlin. We did it. I got the contract here. It's actually in English, this version. And Yah Video, MTV, Jam FM Radio. We had posters up for months. We had them in Backspin magazine, Hip Hop, .de magazines. We had them. We had them everywhere, and they paid nothing. They put in not a dime. And again, the artists are supposed to pay management. Management aren't supposed to pay the artists.
True.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
I mean,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm listening. I don't want to cut you. Go ahead.
Well, he puts in here in this thing. He said that we left the tour because we needed a babysitter. We left the tour for his fucking safety. That's what we had to leave Berlin because the dude was going to. I told you he was going to end up walking around like Ting Ting if I stayed there a minute fucking longer.
Wow.
Okay.
No,
it got that bad with him. Yeah.
Wow. Now you were in the room with you were around not Edie, but you were around Noble. What was Noble's like when you talked about Tupac with him? What was his demeanor?
Oh man.
About Tupac.
Oh man, he just and here in Germany they got this saying, it kept my schnauzer full, which translates my nose is full of it.
Right.
Okay, that's the way he acted around. Like he was just totally nerved. Like man, I'm sick of this bullshit.
Wow, like when you say he said like I'm sick of this bullshit, what do you mean?
Yeah, I'm say that one more time.
I said when he said that he's sick of this bullshit, what did he mean by that?
Well, I think what he well, I guess I can't say what I know, but what I think that he meant is that, like he said, he said with his own words, Tupac got platinum albums. He's dead. It's time for the Outlawz.
Wow.
Those were his exact words, and I could agree to that if you were doing something, but
right.
you still using Tupac's name and his picture all over the place. So,
wow.
So I mean, if you were doing like a reunion tour or something like that, the reunion of the Outlawz, or something like that, and you did that like the Jackson 5 used to do,
right?
Because the Jacksons were nothing really. They all had mediocre careers outside of the Jackson 5, except for Michael.
Right.
So if the Outlawz had, and I'm going to compare it because they had equal opportunity. If they had talent.
Right.
The only one that had any talent outside of Michael Jackson was Jermaine and Janet.
Right.
The rest of them, it was a rap. Take your ass home.
Pretty much.
Carry my bags.
Wow.
And it's the same thing with the Outlawz. If you look at it, they all had some talent. Well, not all of them had talent. One or two of them had actual talent, outside of Tupac.
Right.
And again, to do like a every couple of years, reunion sort of thing, I can understand that. And that's why nobody wanted to book them here in Germany, because nobody knew Noble. There's no pictures on the internet wherever with Noble and Tupac. None.
I think there's there might be a very small amount here. Not that many. I'm
not sure if that's even Photoshop. Come on now. I'm just saying. The dude didn't like Tupac. You listen to anybody that was in the know back then. The dude never even, Tupac never even liked him.
Wait a minute. Did Tupac never like Noble, and Noble never liked Tupac? Is that what you're trying to say? Or
I don't think that Noble ever liked him, because whenever you talk to that dude, I'm gonna tell you, somebody gonna listen to this cast that's dealt with them over here. Okay, and somebody's gonna say something. It just takes one person to say something. I'm gonna be that one person, because I'm not tripping. Because here's the thing, they owe me money. Noble, fucking bitch, I want my fucking money.
Wow.
I want my money. I'm gonna get my money.
Wow.
I'm gonna get my money. It's gonna take either a green mile for me to get my money from Noble, or a motherfucking New York second. One way or the other, I'm gonna get my money from him.
hold on. Let's get back on that. We with you on the money. So, how did you did you get word that Tupac really didn't care for Noble?
No, well, okay. There were some things as far as you look at certain videos, you hear him screaming, talking about turn the fucking lights back on, you marble mouth motherfucker, right? And then, well, I mean, listen to the way the dude talk.
Right. So, right.
Okay?
So,
I mean, he's not a rapper.
Right.
He has a speech impairment. He should get a handicap thing for parking, okay? Because of the way he talks. So.
Wow. Now,
and if you ever notice, Noble only writes in capital letters. Everything he writes is all in caps because his he may stop that now because his grammar is shit. He can't read. He can't write properly. He's anyway. As far as him not liking Tupac, I put this together because how the animosity. You can hear it. Let's go before All Eyes on Me movie was put out.
Right.
Look at all the videos prior to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he looks at Edie, and Edie's talking about, yeah, Tupac's up here, he's the pinnacle. This dude over here is smacking his teeth and grinding his teeth. You can see it. He has animosity because, and, I don't want to put this out there like that, but, I spoke to Mo Preem. Mo Preem was a really good dude, did some projects for him.
Yes.
But you need to talk to Mo Preem. Mo Preem will tell you more than I can. Mo Preem's a really cool dude, down to earth, and maybe he don't want to come right out and say certain things about that sluthering mouth motherfucker, Rufus Cooper.
Right.
But look, Mo Preem, if you're gonna be real, it's time to be real about that shit, bro. They did you wrong in that movie too.
Yes,
that jerk carrot head motherfucker with them fucking wire frame glasses. Didn't even have the motherfucking nerve to mention your name.
Wow.
That's some fucked up shit.
Yeah, yes, that was very fucked up. Now, tell us about some conversations you had with Mo Preem about, how Rufus and them and Edie them cut them out of the tour that you wanted them to be a part of. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, actually, what happened, there was some shit going back and forth across the internet, and TQ called me, and he was like, Joe, you need to get this fixed. That's how I was even aware of these articles out there. Because, again, we're doing major projects for TQ, which we didn't let him down on. Everybody that's dealt with us pretty much has prospered. It's only been one other group, one other dude, that things didn't go right because I don't know if the dude he must have had a drug problem, too. He must have. Get me mixed up. But anyway, Mo Preem hit us up with an email, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I hope nobody's thinking that we're trying to slander the Shakur name, in which we're not.
Right.
Not at that time, not today.
Right.
And but this dude is as far as we know, Rufus him and Edie are the closest things of representing Tupac Shakur alive today in front of my face, right there, and I'm doing business with him, and he's fucking me over.
Right.
right, exactly. We're selling Tupac to the fans.
Wow.
Right, we're telling them, listen, book these guys. We're begging them to book them. I mean, at 2,400 or 1,700 euro, that ain't shit.
No, it's not.
I could get booked, and I'm not even an artist. I'm not even a DJ. I can get booked for more money than that.
Wow, brother. Wow.
Come on, man. You got waitresses that make more money than that in a night.
Yes, you do. Hands down.
I mean, come on. I mean, for real, man. So, you said it too. I'm not gonna go from one city to another for that kind of money, let alone all the way to a whole nother country.
Right.
For that kind of money.
Right.
But they already had a different plan, and I was green. I was so green when it came to this at that time. So green, man. These guys Rufus poured the okie doke on us. Right. Now, so Mo Preem hits me up. I call him back, and he's like, how come you didn't get me up on the tour, me and Big Sight? And so I'm telling him, I said, well, I asked Rufus. I got email correspondence. I asked Rufus, and he's telling me, nah, man, they got other things to do now. They asking for too much money. So I left it at that.
Okay.
And come to find out, Rufus had told them that I said that there wasn't enough money for them. I actually asked Rufus to get on Mopreme because it was really difficult to reach Mopreme if you weren't on the inside of his people.
Mm-hmm. Because it still is hard to reach Mopreme right now to this day.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, say that one more time.
I said, yeah, because it's hard to reach Mopreme right now to this day still.
Well, it's not hard for me to reach him. I can reach him. But before then, I couldn't.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't have no way of reaching him. This is like, who can reach Ice Cube? It's like a handful of people in the whole planet that can reach that guy.
Right.
Some people are just really elusive. They got other things going on. Like Mopreme, he does a lot of directing, a lot of documentary stuff. He's working really hard on trying to get his father out of prison. The dude's he's busy doing important things.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's legit. He's not running around at 45-something years old or 40 years old talking about bitches and niggas and shooting and killing people. And Rufus ain't never done any of that.
Wow.
Okay? He ain't never been to war. I've been to war. He ain't never been there.
Not at
He
all.
ain't never faced another man with an AK-47 ready to shoot you, trying to kill you, or bombs. He ain't never been through any of that the rest of us veterans have been through. He ain't no soldier. He ain't no general. He's a welfare fucking recipient. That's what the fuck he is. If it wasn't for Tupac's money, all right? For him coming in on the ass end of Tupac's money. If it wasn't for Tupac, him coming in on the ass end of Tupac's life, he wouldn't have shit.
You 100% right. Now let me ask you this one question. You mentioned something to me that Rufus has the rights to Miss Afeni Shakur's story. Is that true?
Yep, that's what I was told. And not only that.
Well, we're going to say allegedly. We're going to say allegedly.
Well, as far as I know, from the person that I was told from, I believe that person.
Okay.
And because he would know, because he's part of the immediate family. So
part of the immediate family. Okay, that's what's up. Part of the immediate family. I know who it is, and you know who it is, and we ain't gonna say his name.
Right.
Okay.
Right, and I don't think there's no reason to doubt what he has to say, because he don't have no reason to hate on one way or the other, because he's successful anyway.
Most definitely.
And that's a big problem in this entire industry. If someone's hating because someone's successful and someone's not,
No doubt.
I can deal with a person screwing me over on $5. $10 and up, no, I'm not having it.
so another,
you don't get wealthy by giving money away.
Not at all. Now let me ask you another question. Have you ever heard Noble speak ill will of any of the past Outlaw members?
I gotta think about that.
Or Edie, any one of them?
Actually, no. I've never heard. No, I have to say no. Not on the telephone. And again, I spent most of my time from January to the end of, just say the end of June. From I would say the end of May to the end of June in person, dealing with him. But from June to the end of May on the telephone with him basically every day, every other day. I can tell you this, I spent more time with him than he did with Tupac. I can tell you that.
Right. Wow. Okay, so you spent more time with him than because he didn't spend much time with Tupac. Period. Point blank. So that is something that's it's crazy, man. Okay, like I said, this dude just came in.
This is what he does when he comes to Europe. I'm gonna tell you, to all you people out there listening, you're like, man, fuck this dude. He ain't shit, man. You know what? Fuck you too. Fuck all y'all that don't believe this shit, because you ain't the one losing money. Are you buying his fucking records? The 50-something records that they put out? No, you're not.
No.
All right, you buying fucking concert tickets? No. You buying their fucking clothes? No, you're not. So shut the fuck up, you bootleg motherfuckers. And I'm gonna tell you the other damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This dude coming over here, right? First of all, fucking around with these raggedy ass broads, all right?
Wow.
All right? While his wife at home with the real job paying the motherfucking bills.
Mm-hmm.
All right? That's his wife doing the real job. She paying the bills. He comes over, I would need a vacation. Let me go fuck some people over in Europe. You know, that's what he does. Okay? He comes over here, steals money, all right, gets high, all right, tries to sell a couple of pieces of clothing and some motherfucking bootleg CDs.
Wow.
And yeah, and jerking people's fucking chain. Meanwhile, people are becoming less and less interested in Tupac's legacy and the message that his music had, starting with Brenda Had a Baby, one of the most important singles ever to be published. Right, because they looking at the outlets. That's a straight reflection, just like Melanie just said.
Yes.
And they coming over here, fan by fan, step for step, breath for breath, destroying that man's legacy. And yeah, they got a right to do, you know. Just to get a couple of dollars, you know. And they got a right to play that music. They in that music, okay? They got a right to do that, you know. That's great, but. Right. Again, you got Rufus in the fucking movie. We just look at the morality of it, just being the morals.
Yeah, I was disappointed that they played themselves. They could have had other actors play them. That was fucked up. It was real fucked up. Wow. Like I seen the thing that you sent over here to me, the clip with what's his name, the kid Echo Fresh. When they did a little interview when they did an interview with him, he asked them, well, is the fans want to know is Tupac still dead or alive? And he went off and they're like, well, I'm not going to say, it ain't nobody's business. We not going to tell you if Tupac is dead or alive. You got to find that out on your own. If he is alive, we ain't telling. Yeah, so that is, I felt that was playing with the fans. You shouldn't do that. And I looked at Edie. Edie just sat there with the shades on, didn't say a goddamn thing. And I felt that by Edie, for respect for his own son, which is Tupac's nephew, who Edie has a son with Tupac's sister. DNA. Yes, DNA. He should have said, yo, man, this is family. Enough is enough. Look, he's dead. Rest in peace, let it be. You know why they didn't say that? Because if they would have said that, then the gravy train with biscuit wheels would have fell apart that day. So they still they're still eating off Tupac's name, brother. And they're not gonna let it go.
You said in a mouthful. You said in a mouthful, and I have to tell you something. You know, I have to admit the same guilt. Maybe not to the same. It's not to the same degree, but to the same guilt, you know, because we tried to push them to change the name of the tour, you know, to something else, Outlawz, you know, Return of the Outlawz, things like that, and they just Rufus just wasn't having it, you know. So I have to admit, and I apologize to all the real Tupac fans out there, the real Outlaw fans, the original Outlawz, Immortal fans, real Thug Life fans. I have to apologize on my behalf and my wife's behalf and our company that we went along with that, because that's trash. It really is. It's trash. And again, we were new at what we were doing, but we weren't new at management.
Right.
Okay. We, you know, prior to that, my wife and I had negotiated $1 million contracts with the U.S. government on our own company.
Wow.
We were new to bullshit. That's what we were new to.
New to the bullshit.
But that's right. We were newbies to the bull. So I think that Noble using this name, constantly doing it, you know, it's got to be a limit to it. Because what you're doing is, let's say, for instance, you're starting off with some grade A. I'm talking about grade A, you know, 100% milk, vitamin A and D. It's grade A. It's got everything you need in it, right? A glass a day. That's all you need. And then you keep watering it down and watering it down and watering it down. And then all you got is murky water.
Right.
And the substance of what Tupac was putting out is gone. The substance of what Outlawz Immortals were putting out is gone. The substance of Thug Life was putting out is gone. Okay. All you got left, a bad aftertaste. You know, a bad aftertaste. That's it.
Wow.
You know. I mean, you
up.
just keep doing it. Oh, yeah, you just keep doing it over and over. Just like, okay, like Echo Fresh, for example. Echo Fresh is a great artist here in Germany. He came up on that 2006 album where he called himself, this album he called Echo Valley.
Echo Valley.
Echo Valley. Echo Valley. So it was Machiavelli, but Echo Valley. Okay, where he paid the Outlawz to do a feature, and the song again was called on that debut album, "Ich bin ein Outlaw." I am an outlaw, like "Ich bin ein Berliner," you know, from JFK. Same thing, and the hook caught on, so the song did really well in Sweden and in Germany. Well, ever since then, Noble has been dragging Echo Fresh along the way every time he needs a little favor.
Wow.
You know? And when shit went bad back in 2009 with us, Echo Fresh called and tried to sound bossy, like he was about it. And I let him know that I'm a little bit more about it than you are, brother.
Right.
You know, you come to my house, you ain't gonna leave the way you came.
Right.
Here's my address. And that was the end of our conversation. But Echo Fresh is a super artist here. Okay, all due respect to his accomplishments that he's helped with the community, et cetera, et cetera. He's really grown as an artist and as a public figure. Now, that guy that he was talking to in that video was Echo Fresh, right? And Noble just keeps using this guy. And when is it going to be enough for a guy like Echo Fresh, who has major sponsors like Sony and T-Mobile and all these guys? And they did this song called All Eyes on Us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't care for it.
Which is actually not even for sale.
Right. Oh no.
They just did that. It's not even for sale. I was checking it. It's not even for sale. I checked it today on Amazon. It's not even on the official album.
Wow.
On the what do you call it? On the soundtrack for the movie.
Oh.
There's one guy on there, Mark Zing. Mark Zing is an Indian dude who's an artist under Echo Fresh. Echo Fresh actually owns the soundtrack to the movie here in Germany.
All Eyes on Me. I was gonna ask you that. We was gonna talk about that.
I saw that you guys had those T-shirts on with it, right?
Yeah. How did that go?
The movie.
You know what? Let me tell you, that was I supported that movie in the beginning. I really did, because like I had Tupac's cousin had reached out to me, right? And I was asking him, like, he was, sir, I'm not gonna say which cousin because I talked to several, and it was just basically like, hey, we can't do this, we can't do that, we don't support the movie. It was bullshit, yada yada, this and that. I was like, can you give me something to back that? If you give me something that can really back that, I will not support this movie, because I can't go off of the word of what you're saying and it's not true come out down the line later on, because that has happened in the past to other people, right, and it's hurt their career. Well, I'm not gonna do this and not do that off of word. I need some actual proof. So like what I gave, like what you gave me, give me some proof. And he was unable to give me that proof. Well, I thought that he was unwilling to give me that proof and just didn't want to. And then I found out later on down the line the real reasoning, and someone showed me actual proof of why he was unable to give me proof. But L.T. Hutton, the director of the movie, he contacted me. And he sent me actual proof of Miss Afeni Shakur signing the rights to the movie, and sent me actual proof of her cashing certain checks, giving her certain checks, and she cashed those checks. So I had the proof from him. So I was like, okay, well, this got to be 100% legitimate. You can't listen to the fans on the internet who don't know what's going on, who's not in the business, because fans are known for lying or just going off of what they heard. Not all fans, but some fans, right? So I couldn't really listen to what the people on the outside were saying. This man just gave me proof, right?
I'm gonna tell you. 8 years have gone by, and I ain't said shit.
Right.
Rufus threatened us.
Whoa.
Okay. Look, he threatened us with the fans, not his fans. He threatened us with Tupac's fans. Could you bring that back up for me? It just disappeared. I wanted to read you an email. I could print this out.
Oh,
right, there we go. I wanted to read you an email. Oh?
Don't push on me.
Right. Okay. Now this is from Young Noble Outlaw. This is his email. He sent it to me and to my wife, and this was the 16th of June, 2009. The email from Young Noble, June 16th, 2009. I'm hearing you emailing asking who we doing features with and how much we getting paid. That's none of your fucking business. We doing a lot of features, getting a lot of money. That's what we doing. And you keep this up, I will have somebody pay you a visit. Believe we got soldiers out here that would love to do that. I suggest you move on with your life. You don't have no business with us no more, and you're going to make me let the whole Germany know not to do business with you and how much of a scam artist you are. This is a warning. If you keep trying interfere with the business we have to do here, I promise you will go all out and you will have a real problem. And the crazy shit is people that know you is emailing, telling me how much of a piece of shit you are. and you scammed a lot of people. So the word is already out.
That you full of shit.
And right. And you, bro, just move on with your life and leave us alone, please. You already caused enough drama, so that's what you want. Believe me, and we can give it to you on your own soil, and it will get ugly. We do know people that know how to find you, ! This isn't a threat, it's a promise. You already stole money from us, now you fucking with our business, you asking for trouble, ! This is the email from him.
So
16.
So this motherfucker is that dumb that he would send you a email threatening you.
Yeah, my wife. Okay, my wife is going to forward that to your email address.
Please do.
It's 313liveshow@gmail.com. At gmail.com. Yeah, he's so. I'm telling you. Now, me personally, I ain't afraid of a single man. She's forwarding it to you right now. I'm not afraid of a single man. Big, small, look, I give every man respect.
Right.
Okay. But I'm not afraid of another man because you could get caught with a quick right just as quick as I can.
Most deaf.
you know, I ain't bulletproof, but I'm going to tell you like my wife said. Mm-hmm. This is what Melanie said. She said, these outlaws dawn on Tupac's legacy like it's a shield. It's a breast shield.
Yes.
They dawn it on and walk out the door like they are, you know, they like, what's that dude's name from with the sword? What is it? Pull like the sword out the stone.
What's that? The Excalibur. The Excalibur sword. Yeah.
Right? Like you King Arthur and shit. That's when you walk out the house like you dawning on King Arthur's shield. Mm-hmm.
Wow. This is crazy. Wow.
Yeah, she said, you know, it'll be all right if you could do that if you were doing legitimate stuff. And loyal. But they're not. Yeah, she's absolutely right. I mean,
this is crazy.
But you got the email. You see it.
Okay, I'm gonna check my email, and I'm like I said, I'm gonna take your information off of it, and I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna put it up for the fans to see, the family members, because I call all the people that deal with us family. They're not fans; they're family members.
Right. And here's the thing, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Up until I met Noble, I only dealt with two artists,
Mm-hmm.
Shade Shice and TQ.
Right.
Outside the United States. I mean, outside of Germany. If you don't do legitimate business, people are going to start questioning you. And he's
true.
in this email saying a lot of people that know me. Only people that knew me at that point was any DJs that we booked. D&G of Shy, I had them roll up. They came in because my club was so beautiful for me and my wife. They did. Yeah, you can speak to Darnell from Shy, all right, or Garfield. Okay, they came in our beautiful club because we had the most beautiful club in the city to finish up their music video, Perfect 10. That's the name of the song, Perfect 10.
Now, this is the thing. So Noble's just that dumb that you have his address because you done wired this dumb motherfucker money, and he's threatening you, and you got his motherfucking address.
Because he don't. Because I see he didn't know me.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Melanie started about all the press releases that she had to put in German and in English. I mean, the biographies that she had to put out there in German, because it was none. There was absolutely none in German for these cats.
Wow.
But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
The guy, he didn't know me and he didn't know my wife.
Right.
He looked at me. He thought I was just some white dude in a suit. That's what he looked at.
Do me a favor.
He thought no.
Tell us about.
I'm gonna tell you what he didn't realize.
What's that?
I'm gonna tell you what he didn't realize. He didn't realize that my mother's black, my father's Italian, and I'm from D.C., growing up in the hood, and I'm a war veteran, combat war veteran. He didn't realize that I would go to his ass, and when my wife screamed at me to let him go in that hotel hallway, she was trying to save him.
Wow.
From a serious fucked up. I mean, talk about he would have needed surgery after I would have fucked with him.
Wow, he's not worth it, brother. He's just not worth it. Tell us.
Well, he didn't know. Go ahead.
Tell me about. Well, tell the audience about the time that the MTV Germany didn't even know who they were and didn't even know who Tupac was. One of the guys. Tell us about that.
Well, it was actually the director of MTV. We were trying to get there. Well, he's going to check right after this. Okay. The MTV. Okay, yeah. So MTV, we were. They had no music videos or no biography. Absolutely onyx. I mean, nothing about the Outlawz on MTV Germany. Zero. Mm-hmm. So
they didn't even want to play their songs.
Yeah, they
declined.
Yeah, they
to put them in rotation. They declined.
So when we sent them emails, etc., they declined. They didn't want to play anything. So that came directly from the director of music.
Wow.
And so I had to pull in some favors from a bunch of different people that I knew. And one thing led to another. I'm on a phone call with the director, who's now the director of music at Bravo Music here in Germany. And anyway, they got me on a loudspeaker call, and he has his different assistants there, for whatever they do. They're younger people, college students. And I told him the Outlawz. He said, the Outlawz? Who's the Outlawz? He's kind of giggling. And then nobody's saying anything. I said, the group that Tupac formed, Tupac, and the kids, I would say that was kids, the young people in the room, the people that worked for him, they started laughing at him. You don't know Tupac? Who's Tupac? They're still saying Tupac, and he's still saying Tupac. So, they said, yeah, that's the backup singers. And he said, well, if the backup singers haven't made any chart music, why should we play any of their music or music videos? Right. And I said, well, they do have an album that did make underground. Well, Well, MTV, everything's mainstream. They have to, meet a certain level. We can, Tupac has his own MTV channel. We have his music. And if the Outlawz have not done anything mainstream and made it into the charts, at least top 100, we can't play that music.
Wow.
That's it.
Shot them down.
And here's the thing. I've had experience getting E-Dub's music video on MTV throughout all of Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Now, E-Dub is EDUBB. And their hit song that we were able to get syndicated on television.
On German MTV.
MTV, yes, we got it syndicated on television, where it's now being used on different television programs. One particular, the first one it was used for was for Germany's Next Top Model. When they're walking down the catwalk,
Mm-hmm.
And she's because it's mostly white people here in Europe, so she's a woody, a white girl with a booty was appropriate, I guess, that they saw to put this song on there while she's walking down the catwalk. And it's on MTV Germany, Netherlands, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And these guys had not had a hit in Europe anywhere, any chart.
Wow, that's deep. It's deep, deep, deep. Well, Joe, is there anything else, brother, you think we may have missed that you want to add to this before we wrap it? Well,
I want to say again, Rufus came to us with talking about this money issue, which
was a lie.
He told people we stole money from him. It's a lie. Mm-hmm. We didn't steal anything. He knows that people like him probably don't keep financial records,
right?
or appreciate contracts. I appreciate the power of the pen.
Yes,
I appreciate the black and the white that goes down on paper, and once it dries, I appreciate every single word in it, because the English language is my language.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to appreciate it. You just can't just coming up. A contract isn't the same as coming up with a rap song that this guy comes up with.
True.
Now, if there's another rapper decides to come up with a song about contracts, it may make sense, but not something that's coming from Rufus Cooper, because he was actually never intended to be a rapper.
True that.
Okay?
Like I said, outlaw by default.
He's a fucking barber.
Yeah.
Okay? And a house boy to clean up. All right? That's what he was for Tupac. That's what he was for Tupac. Not me, not you. He was there for Tupac and the other outlaws. He cleaned up the fucking house. By his own words, he admitted that he cleaned up the house.
Wow.
He was a barber and a house boy to clean up the house. But now he's a general. Right?
Yeah.
He's a fucking general.
Okay.
He never had no real soldiers. He never been in no kind of command to tell anybody any damn thing. But
Right.
he's telling Edie what to do, what not to say, what to shut the fuck up. He's telling him. Castro didn't want to hear that bullshit. None of the other outlaws wanted to hear that bullshit. Now, as far as things that maybe we missed. Proof. I got proof of everything. Again, proof of all the venues. Our contract, first of all, because the next time that the contract that Rufus Cooper signed on behalf of the Outlawz and the 30% that I'm supposed to be receiving, including residuals from their music, during the 5-year span of my contract, okay? The next time anybody sees that outside of me and my wife and my lawyer, head Dr. Grosskopf, will be in the United States. Okay, filed in Washington, D.C. When I file a lawsuit against them, I have a lawsuit here against them, which I've already won. I could have, and I want to put this out there for Tobias Herder of THI Entertainment. When you brought Noble over here for the All Eyes on Me opening, for the movie to open, I decided to step back and let Tobias make his little money with this dude, because I like Tobias. Other than that, I was going to go to I mean, I had to go through extensive talks with certain people here not to go to Rufus Cooper's fucking head while he was here.
Right.
After that fucking threat that he made to me and my wife back in 2009. This dude threatened me. And you're going to get the email, and you can put the email up.
I sure will.
Okay, I give you permission. You put that email up.
I sure will. It
And
will
you
be
tell
on the
anybody
website.
else.
Yes, sir.
He mistook me for a bitch. He thought we was just going to move along to the side like anybody else.
Wow.
Well, Rufus Cooper, in the next 2 months, I will be in America permanently. And 2 weeks after I get there, I'm going to be visiting your bitch ass in motherfucking Crackville, Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Oh, shit.
And I'm going to drop my foot so deep in your ass that motherfucking Rocket Man in motherfucking Korea ain't going to understand the boom that comes out of you. I'm telling you, I'm going to you.
God
Should have never
damn
threatened
it.
me and my wife.
God damn. All right,
They're gonna have to
Joe.
put sanctions on my. They're gonna have to put fucking sanctions on my ass. I'm telling you, I'm going to them. Should have
Damn
never
it.
threatened me and my wife. He mistook me for some old punk ass white boy, but I. ain't.
Wow.
He mistook my family, my DC family. Shout out to Uptown Slim. Shout out to Young Pop. He mistook my family, right? The Smiths, the Parkers, the Morgans, the Sellers. He mistook all of us. I'm going to your ass, boy.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was a great show. And hey, we got more to come, so y'all stay tuned and just hold tight.